Right, we are going to move on from Anyone But You to look at Next Girl Wins, which also came out on Boxing Day, I think. Who's introducing that? Andy, you're introducing that.
Yeah, having said that the plot of Anyone But You is so obvious beyond belief, the plot of Next Girl Wins, the way it unfolds, is pretty obvious as well. That said, I really, really enjoyed this. Massive football fan. I hadn't seen the documentary. I've now seen the film. Here's a clip.
What the? I can't work with these guys. For them, it's like some sort of game.
It is a game, Thomas.
That's it, Giant leadership. Now we're making some progress.
Dear Lord, thank you for sending us Mr. Ongen. We've become quite attached to him. It's like finding a little lost white kid at the mall and telling him which way to go.
Yeah. I thought it was really nice to see Michael Fassbender in a non-serious role, right? Yeah. As the coach. Do you want to start?
Yeah, the story of the world's worst football team who spend a great deal of time praying that they might score a goal. Not that they might win a game, that they might actually just score one goal, having lost, and it's still the world record, 32-0 to Australia in an international match in 2010. America Samoa were the world's worst football team. It's a really interesting film. If you watch, I haven't seen the documentary, but I'm told that there are some significant differences. There are dramatic, plays in the film that never happened in real life. For example, there's a transgender character who he gives the captaincy to of the team in the film, but that never happened in real life. It was the goalkeeper who was the captain. So there are discrepancies. Nevertheless, this is a very, very, for me, entertaining, funny, laugh out loud, brilliant, lovely film. I really enjoyed it. I'm a huge football fan, and I thought that the action was well photographed. Obviously being a Rev, I enjoyed the moments where training is interrupted to have a prayer session. I thought that was very, very funny, and we've just seen there a prayer. That's kind of the way that I talk to the boss, if I'm honest with you. It just felt like a very down to earth human story, triumph over adversity. I really enjoyed it.
Good. You've seen this one as well. I think we've all seen this film.
Yeah, all right. So I really enjoyed this one. I love a sport film anyway. Which everyone seems surprised at when I tell them, I love watching sport films. I just thought all the chemistry between the characters was just really great. My only real quibble with it is Taika Waititi. Like, he loves putting himself in his films, and fine, but his parts were so jarring compared to the rest of the movie that it just really annoyed me. But I just thought it's a lovely way to do it, and I'm interested to see the documentary about it, because I just think, okay, they have taken some liberties, but from the few clips that were at the end of the film, and then a couple I saw online afterwards, it just makes me think that yes, there was this camaraderie, and just the way that they've gone about everything just feels like authentic. Mm-hmm. If that's the right word to use.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Taika Waititi, I find has got. I have a love-hate relationship with him. I think there are times when he can go completely over the top and end up very, very quickly in bad taste areas, particularly when he's acting in films, when presumably he's ad-libbing a lot of the stuff that he does. And there was that scene in Free Guy, which was otherwise quite a good film, where he went ranting off about cancer, which absolutely turned me off the whole film because of his involvement. In this, I agree with you that his character really stood out as being zany in what was trying to not be quite such a zany film. I did actually find him very funny, and there is a monkey in this film, a post-credit scene, which if you stayed for, which I thought was really funny with him doing something very religious, which Andy probably doesn't approve of, but was also done at the end of the Da Vinci Code, which I thought was very blasphemous as well. But Scott, what did you make of it?
Yeah, so I actually did see the documentary a few years ago and absolutely loved that movie. So I went into this one knowing a bit of the background, sort of knowing what had happened already. As Andy said, it does take liberties. And Taika, in his role, did say that at the start of the film, that they took liberties in it. So he made it very obvious. As Andy mentioned, there's the point with Jaya, who is a trans character, who there's that scene, she said, Fassbender gives her the captain's armband. Yes, that didn't happen in real life. It was for dramatic effect. But I didn't care. That was probably my favourite point in the movie. I thought it had such a big emotional impact, and it made sense from the way he took the story. Overall, I enjoyed it. It was a good, fun film. Some of the comedy worked. I also have an issue with Taika Waititi in that I think he's a brilliant filmmaker, but I've never been a fan of his comedy. I would actually love it to see him try to make a just straight drama movie, because it might be fantastic. But I just don't know that he's got any interest in doing that. For me, I liked Fassbender in the role. I thought he was well cast in the end. I am still very curious what it would have been like with Armie Hammer, as it was supposed to be, and it had been filmed with Armie Hammer. Hence why there was such a delay after his controversies.
He was going to replace Will Arnett, wasn't he? So Will Arnett replaced his character, didn't he?
I thought Armie Hammer was the lead character.
No, he was Will Arnett came in as the character, yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm surprised there was such a delay then, because it wasn't that massive a role to replace. Okay.
No.
Huh. Okay, well, anyway, the matter is, it was a decent film. Part spoiler, I have given every single Taika Waititi film the exact same rating, and it continues here.
Okay. I thought it was a fun enough film to go and watch. My daughter actually took me to see this film, commenting that it's very much like Cool Runnings, and it did have that kind of Cool Runnings vibe, the kind of laid back kind of comedy. We get to laugh along with their quaint traditions and their idiosyncrasies of the other islanders, including the religion, as you said, Andy. And I really like the portrayal of Jaya. And actually, I really like the fact that it reflects the Samoan culture, which is very forward thinking in terms of its gender relationships. They've got 4 genders: female, male, Fa'afina, and Fa'afatama, which basically sums up everything in the spectrum from male to female. And I really quite like that reflected in the film. Negatives, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really find it funny enough, or funny as it could have been. I think it got past the 6 last test for a comedy. I found it more smile-worthy than snort out loud funny. But it was still an enjoyable cinema trip. I gave that one a 7 out of 10. Scott, what's your standard Taika Waititi score?
I'm exactly with you. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Emma?
So I have originally, I did give it a 10. However, I'm just super annoyed about Taika Waititi. I didn't really realise how annoyed I was, so I'm going to make it a 9.
Andy?
I'll give it an 8, Bob.
An 8. So that's going to be a hit, isn't it? That's 17, 24, 31. Divided by 4 is 7.66, is it? Yes, must be. 7.66, which is our highest score of the night. So that makes Next Goal Wins a hit. Right.